family, much love to you all. Much love, much love. I hope all is well with many of you. As you see, I am doing a second reading on these two toddlers. They are brothers. They're from California. Hope you can see, family. They're from California. Two brothers. One is three, one is four, and one his name is Orrin, and the other one is Orion. I hope I'm pronouncing their name correctly. Let me make sure I'm doing pronouncing their name correctly. I apologize. Let me make sure. One is Orson, and the other one is Orion. I believe it's Orion. Okay, the 4-year old is Orion West, and the 3-year old is Orson. Okay. Well, for those who don't know, I just want to give you a brief description of what this case is about. I just found out about it today. Just happened to be on YouTube and I came across it. I'm not gonna make this video long. Please know whatever you hear, it is allegedly. This is for entertainment purpose only, but I am led by the spirit. I'm just sowing seeds of love. I know if it was my child, I would want somebody to do their part. I know it's difficult doing this kind of reading when it comes to the missing, especially our children. But if it's in our power to be of service and to help in some kind of way, I know I want somebody to step out and help my child. Okay, as you see in the background, I have a little 8-year old, and I wish this on nobody. But anyway, these are the two missing brothers. They're from California. I want to read briefly about this case so maybe you can receive clarity. Okay, they have been reportedly missing last Monday, December the 21st, 2020. And let me see here. Just give me a moment, family. I want many of you to receive clarity. All right. It says feds investigating home of Karen County parents who say boys went missing after being left outside to play. All right. The adoptive mom says she was busy wrapping presents. The adoptive mother of Orson and Orrin, I said Orion, but I think it's Orrin West, told the boys to go outside while she was wrapping papers, okay? To go outside with their father, the adoptive father, on Monday evening and play. The father opened, according to, their adoptive father, he opened the gate to gather wood for burning, then briefly went back inside. So he left the two toddlers outside, the two brothers outside to play, while he, went back in. When he came out, the boys were gone. He drove around the neighborhood and talked to neighbors, but couldn't find the children. Okay, family? Um, that's what the adopted parents of the boys say happened the night their lives became upended, with the boys still missing 2 days later. There are four other children, and they have other children in the home as well, family. The four other children were removed from the home, and both local and federal authorities are questioning them and searching their home, vehicles, and phones. Okay? So that's the only information that I have at this present time. And at this present time, okay, at this present time, which is December the 27th, on this Sunday, these two boys, toddlers, are still presently missing. Now, I've already meditated on these two children. I'm not going to put out there what I'm sensing. I'm just going to be led by the spirit. I'm going to let the cards do the talking, okay? Um, but it doesn't look good, okay? It doesn't look good at all to me. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know what parent would let their children, especially toddlers, go outside. Okay, pretty much leave them outside, and you know it's cold outside. All right, leave them outside and go back in. I know for me, I don't play that. My daughter's with me. If she's not beside me, she's in front of me, but she won't be outside by herself. Not the time we're living in. That's all I got to say. Doesn't mean that they did anything wrong as far as the unthinkable. I'm just saying I would not have left my daughter, and she's 8. I would not have left her outside. Okay, that's the times we're living in. It's a lot of rituals going on, and it's a lot of sinister things going on when it comes to our children. So we have to really be mindful of this and keep an eye on our children and watch them. Okay. So with that being said, give me a minute. I want to set my attention on these two brothers, on the 4-year old Orrin West and 3-year old Orson West. Orson West. I apologize for the background noise. My little queen is doing her. I'm setting my attention on these two brothers. I see those things in the dark. I want to bring them out to the marvelous light. I call upon my family light to assist me, my spirit guides, to connect with Orson and Orrin guides. What led up to these children being missing? What happened? What led up to these children being missing? I see those things in the dark. I want to bring them out to the marvelous light. Are these children still alive? Are these children still alive? What happened to these children? What happened to baby Orson? What happened to baby Orrin? Are these two brothers still alive? What led up to these children being missing? What happened to baby Orson? What happened to baby Orrin? What led up to them being missing? 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 All right, family, spirit, let me know we are complete. Oh boy, boy, All right, let's get with it, family. Let's get with it. Okay, this message is not in divine order. They are random messages. It's like a puzzle. You got to put it together. I was seeking those things in the dark. I wanted to bring them out to the marvelous light. So let's see what we have here, family. Let's see what we have here. Just give me a minute, family. Hold on. This is the oldest one right here. Give me a minute. Let me say this real quick. I do believe that there was pure negligence when we all know this, okay? Um, that's plain to see. It was negligence on the part of both parents because, they had these children to go outside and they should have been inside. Also, it was pure negligence due to the fact their adoptive father had left them. Let me just say that. I sense more negligence on his part than the mother. Let me just say that than their adoptive mother, but the ultimate negligence fell on him. Let me just say that. So he's definitely guilty due to negligence of leaving these two children in outside in the backyard. Let me just say that. Okay, when you leave children, they can wander off. Let me just say that. I'm looking into this child eyes. Our eyes are the ones who are sown. Um, I will say this. I'm looking at him, and I'm sensing that it's possible it could be somebody else, and not the adoptive father who might have done the unthinkable to them. Okay. For some reason, right now, I'm not picking up on the fact that he's guilty of harming these two boys, okay? If he stated that he went back in and came back out, that's negligence, leaving those children outside. Let me just say that. Uh, it's a good chance these children could have wandered off and went to the front yard and somebody could have seen them. But anyway, let's get to this reading, okay? Let's get to this reading. One thing pops up the most that I see here is this. Okay, these children are trying to tell us something, all right? The spirit realm knows all things. There was harmony inside that home. Okay? Now had it been upside down, I would have been questioning why, why was there such chaos inside that home? Because there are children inside that home as well. But according to the spirit, there was harmony inside that home. No matter what we think could have happened, there was harmony between these two parties, between these children, adoptive parents. There was harmony in that household. Okay, and remember, this message is not in divine order. It is not in divine order. Right here, this is upside down. This is rest and rejuvenate. This is somebody who's going through something. They are resting and they are rejuvenating from an ordeal. Okay? They have time to rest and rejuvenate. This is someone who's been through an ordeal and they need to rest and rejuvenate. If you look at it from the perspective as it being the suspect, they have done the unthinkable and they are trying to rest and rejuvenate after doing the unthinkable. Or if you look at it from the perspective the children could be alive, they are resting and rejuvenating, okay, from this horrific ordeal, one or the other. According to the spirit, this card is speaking from the perspective of the suspect, not the children. This the suspect, okay? They can't really rest, all right? Either all eyes are on them, or for whatever reason, they just can't rest right now due to them doing the unthinkable. And I'm not saying those children are deceased, but this person have done something to these children. They have taken them, okay? As well, they have done something to them. This suspect is restless, okay? This is what they want to do. They want to get somewhere and rest and rejuvenate, but they're not able to right now for whatever reason. Let's follow this. As I stated, this message is not in divine order, okay? So let's follow the message. Let's follow the message. Right here, right here, this is the Sacral Chakra card. This card represents I want. Are you listening, family? This card represents I want. This is somebody who wants something that they can't have. This is somebody who wants something that they can't have. They say I want. This card right here represents the light. You can look at it from two perspectives, family. You can look at it from the perspective. Now remember, everything you're going to hear here is allegedly, but I'm only interpreting the cards. This is not my opinion. You can look at this card from two perspectives. You can look at it from the perspective as the children are, they're not hidden, but they are out in the spotlight. They're out in the open. Pretty much, they're somewhere that's out in the open in plain sight, but nobody's seeing them. They're overlooking them. Or you can look at it from the perspective they're not with us. They have transitioned on to the light. Okay, 'cause they're babies. They're innocent. Okay, they're pure. So this represents moving to the light. It's pretty much how you choose to look at it. Okay, but I'm still hoping for the best. I'm sensing something totally different, but I'm still hoping for the best. Okay, family? This card also represents renewal of life. Okay? Contentment and growth. Renewal of life and contentment and growth. And we know there is no growth going on during this time. We know during this time there is no renewal of life. This we do know. Okay? As far as we're concerned, we don't know what's going on, to be honest. We don't know if these babies are alive or deceased. But I'm letting you know when I get this card, it's either one or the other. Okay? Either they're hidden or they're not. They're out in the open, in the sunlight, outside. They're out in the open, or they're not with us. Okay? They have moved on in transition, one or the other. This is the next card. This card is upside down. This is conflict and defeat. This is someone who's been through a struggle and they were defeated. Okay? This is someone who's been through a struggle and they were defeated. And it could be a mental, it could be either physical or mental. Let me just say that. This is someone who has been through a struggle and they were not defeated. Okay? They were not defeated. It's pretty much how you look at this card, family. um you can look at it from the perspective whether it being the victim or the suspect. Maybe the suspect went through a struggle as far as doing the unthinkable. Okay, but to them they feel like they won't be defeated. Or it can be, they went through that struggle and they weren't defeated due to that which they was trying to accomplish. They were able to, and they weren't defeated by their actions, shall I say. Or the victims weren't defeated. And if that's the case, that means they are alive. They are presently still going through a struggle, but they are alive. It's how you look at it, okay? The spirit is trying to tell us something. All right, family, I want to add this card in. This is the conflict and defeat card. Remember, it was upside down. I want to read its entirety message behind it because I want many of you to receive clarity. Have ears to hear. The number five mental card represents significant learning and change. And how you handle yourself at this time is vital to your overall well being. This card could relate to a lack of sensitivity in taking action or in response to conditions or situation around you. This need for sensitivity could relate to you or someone else in your life. Even though a battle can be won, it's important to evaluate the cost and pain to both parties. Did you hear that? Let me read that one more time. It's important to evaluate the cost and pain to both parties. Okay? This is the thing about others' feelings. Sometimes it's best to surrender and walk away. If no answers or victory can be achieved, don't assign blame, become deceitful, or set out to get revenge. Don't this sound like another case? I mean, I did a reading on a case similar to this, to somebody wanted revenge and did the unthinkable to a mother and her child. Check out my reading that I did before this one. Okay? It was a relationship that went sour, and the person murdered the mother and took the child. Wow, something just went through me. Took the child, and the child is still presently missing. Mm. Anyway, but it was due to revenge or getting back at the mother. That's the point I'm trying to make. Don't assign blame, become deceitful, or set out to get revenge. For this results in the negative energy becoming part of you. You are being tested on how dedicatedly and gentle you take your next step. Remember, everything in your life is an opportunity to learn and grow. But it was upside down. Mm. Anyway, I just want to share that with many of you. This is very interesting. Oh boy. This next card is harmony. I did this card already. I did this card. I'm sorry. I did this card already. I see another card is getting ready to pop up. So let me say this real quick. Even though I said that there was harmony in that union, a lot of time when I'm speaking like you know, um, a lot of times I'm speaking like in the present, but there are timelines to my readings. It's like everything happening in the stages, and the spirit is trying to let us know how things led up to, the unthinkable happening to these children due to the fact that they are missing, shall I say. But right here, this is a couple that in this timeline they were in harmony. Okay, they were in harmony in this timeline. Okay, which could be the couple. Okay, which could be the couple. All right, the couple meaning the divorce. I mean the adoptive parents. All right. Now this card is interesting. This card right here is very interesting. Now you might say, okay, Corinne. Now you saying that there was harmony in that household, and yes, I did say that, and I'm going to stand on what I said. Now have ears to hear. Since I've been doing my reading, this card is a very interesting card right here. Now we know this represents harmony, and I do read my cards upside down. And upside down, it represents lack of harmony. But let me explain this card to you real quick, family. All right, have ears to hear. Usually when I get this card right here, family, when it comes to couples that we all have our eyes on, let me say that. A lot of times, when it comes to the suspect, it would be this card. It would be upward harmony, upside down lack of harmony. Cause these are the two everybody's really looking at. All right, the adoptive parents. This right here, this is an interesting card. When I get this card right here, family, a lot of times, this card is telling me about somebody else. That's part of their factor. All right. This right here are two pairs. It can be two females, two males, or a male and a female. Okay. In this card, they are not in harmony. Also, in this card, they have a what? Spiritual bond. Now, a lot of time when people have a spiritual bond, they are either married, okay, or they relations go back. It's like somebody from your past, okay. It could be somebody from your past, with this so-called spiritual bond. It's somebody that you have connected with, okay, in your past. A lot of time I get this card, but I'm gonna leave it upside down. A lot of time I get this card, and the fact that it's showing two people, two couples, like I said, two males, two females, or a male and a female. A lot of time when I get this card, it can represent somebody from the past that has came up in the present. Okay. I'm just putting this out there because this is interesting. This card has popped up. Now you might say, well, Corinne, but maybe, in this particular timeline there was harmony and something jumped off and it was lack of harmony. You can say that and I'll leave that open. I will leave that open, but I have to put this out here. A lot of time when I get this card, it represents two people and they're not in harmony and they have a spiritual bond, and a lot of times this card pop up representing somebody from the past. Okay, and remember this card says here, I want. Well, if the adoptive parents already have these children, they're already in their household. Okay, why would this card pop up saying I want when they already have the children? These children are already in their household. This is somebody right here saying I want. Who is this? That's all I'm saying. Who is this? This is somebody from the past. From the past. Okay? This represents the past. Somebody that's from the past that's a part of this equation. Okay? And it could be one person. It really could. But this card, I get this card every time I'm dealing with the missing. It's always somebody knows somebody from the past. Okay? It can be somebody from these children past, their birth parents, allegedly, a family member, allegedly, is somebody from the past that's popping up. That's a part of this equation. Okay? Or maybe somebody that knows the adoptive parents. Okay? I'm just trying to get an idea. Somebody said, I want. Okay? They said, I want. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna let this sink in. But for the most part, like I said, you can look at it from the perspective, there was once harmony in that, family structure, with these two children, adoptive parents, and then all of a sudden something could have jumped off and it could have been lack of harmony. You can look at it from that perspective. It's how you look at it. But I'm always looking at this card right here because every time it pops up, it's dealing with somebody from the past. Somebody has a connection with either the adoptive parents or the children. And I'm going to go ahead and say allegedly, but when I'm doing my readings, that's what that card means. It means lack of harmony in this union. And it could mean, like I said, allegedly, it could be a big factor why these children were adopted. Maybe, the structure in their uh, biological parents' union was not in harmony. It could be, speaking from that perspective. But that's interesting that this card popped up. Okay. And I'm not judging anybody. I'm just putting it out there. I want many of you to receive clarity. That's all I care about, okay? To give you something to think about, to think more outside the box. Because a lot of times, these are cops sometimes, they're looking at only at one person and they never think outside the box of what if or who else could have been involved, okay? You got to really, really, we got to really operate in our discernment to not just solely look at one person, okay? To really just, you know, think of all possibilities. This is upside down. Upward, this is positive movement forward. Positive movement forward. I hate seeing this card. The spirit's trying to tell us something. There would be no positive movement forward. If anything come out, family, and we get any news, I'm so praying that these boys will be found alive and safe. But this popped up. This means no positive movement forward. Okay, for whatever reason. All I'm doing is interpreting the cards. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm going to let many of you be the judge. Okay? This is upside down. Upward, this is I speak. This is somebody who's able to speak up for themselves. They are able to speak up for themselves. This is somebody who is not able to speak up for themselves. Okay? And I don't mean no harm. 3 years old can talk. 4 year olds can talk. 1 year olds can talk. These babies now they coming out, you know, they know their ABCs early now. This card is saying this card is letting us know these babies are weren't able to speak up for themselves, so they was caught off guard. Okay, they were caught off guard. They weren't even able to scream. Okay, they were not able to scream. Now, think about it. Either they were caught off guard and they were not able to scream, meaning somebody could have grabbed them. You know how that is, and put their hand around their face, covering their mouths. Okay, but that takes two people, don't it? If you take one child, wouldn't one child scream, or holler, cry? The adoptive father said he went in and came back out. Shouldn't he have heard at least one child scream? But this card represents not able to scream, not able to speak up. Okay, and then another factor which can cause a child to not able to speak up if they know the person. Just saying. It's either one or the two. Either they were caught off guard, both toddlers, or they knew the person. That's why they didn't speak up. That's why they didn't speak up. They either knew them or they were caught off guard. This says I speak up. This is caught off guard. These cards are getting crazy and crazy. This is upside down. Upward, this is stand your ground. Okay? We're speaking about 4 year old Orrin and 3 year old Orson. Stand your ground. These are two toddler brothers. And according to the adoptive father, they weren't outside that long. And who knows how long they were outside, to be honest with you. He might assume that they were safe because they were inside that fence, that private fence that they have, okay? That they're showing on TV. This card represents stand your ground. Okay, you're able to fight somebody off. You're able to fight and defend yourself. This is upside down. You're not able to fight or defend yourself. Whoever the perpetrators are, could be one person, could be two. Okay, and for some reason, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I want clarity. I want clarity. I want clarity. Give me a minute. I apologize for the background noise. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, family. Hold on. Two people involved in this church. Thank you. I sense family could be two people involved that took these children. I'm sensing I'm sensing as two people could be involved, a male and a female. I'm sensing the children knew who they were, or definitely seen them around before. This is what I'm sensing in the spirit. Now you may say, well, Korean, it could just be the adoptive parents. It could be, allegedly. Or it's two other people that's a part of this equation. Okay? I'm gonna leave that there. But whatever the case may be, it's lack of harmony. These two fell out. Okay, maybe due to a disagreement, something happened. They fell out. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, as I stated, this represents stand your ground. These children were not able to stand their ground. They were not able to fight off the perpetrators. And maybe they didn't have to fight them off. Maybe because that they knew them, or have seen them around. Okay, I just want to put that out there. All right. Oh boy. The next card is upward. This is the solar plexus card. This is I can. Wow. This is I can. This is the perpetrator saying I can. Okay? They're saying I can do this. I can. And not only are they saying I can, they're very confident, aren't they? Not only are they saying I can, they saying I want. They're saying I want. Interesting. Not only are they saying I can, they're saying I want. Mm, interesting, interesting, interesting. So now when I think about this card, the rest and rejuvenate. Yeah, whoever the perpetrators are, they're sitting back, but they're being very cautious. They can't even really just sit around and rest and try to relax, because either all eyes are on them, or they're scared they're going to be caught, shall I say. Okay, they're scared that they're going to be caught, so they can't even rest and rejuvenate. Oh boy, this is upside down. Upward, this is material and spiritual prosperity. Okay, this is someone who's coming into material resources, money, or they are spiritual prosperity. Okay, this is somebody who's spiritual. This is somebody who is not spiritual, allegedly, or this is somebody who are dealing with some type of change and is not gaining at all. They didn't gain from this. They did not gain from this. Okay, they did not gain from. Had it been upward, they would have gained from this due to resources, due to money. They didn't gain from this. Okay, whatever jumped off, it wasn't in their favor at all. Whatever jumped off, it wasn't in their favor at all. Hmm, interesting, interesting. But this represents money, though. Represents money. Lord knows I prayed them children wasn't sold, but it represents money. Money. This is somebody. This was somebody who was trying to get this out of it. Okay, material changes. Okay, material gain, prosperity. Something jumped off. Okay, as I stated in this union, something jumped off. Something jumped off. They're not able to get this resources, this increase of money. Okay, and also for somebody to do the unthinkable, as far as taking these children, they're not spiritual as well, um, meaning that they don't have they're not operating in their consciousness. They're conscious. They're not they're not how can you say it, when it comes to the conscious, they're pretty numb in that area. Because if you have a conscious, you're not gonna want to take nobody's child, and you're definitely not gonna want to do nothing but to somebody's child either. But for some reason I'm picking more up on resources. Upside down is the lack of resources, okay? Upside down is the lack of resources. Interesting, interesting. As I stated, we're dealing with timelines, family. We're dealing with timelines. So right here, thank you for confirmation. Right here, we're dealing with somebody who was dealing with lack of resources. Okay, and right here in this particular timeline, we see somebody who's coming into material harvest. Okay, money. They're coming into money. So money is a factor in this equation. Very interesting. Very interesting. I want. It seemed to me that they wanted the children for a reason. They wanted the children for a reason, it seemed like. And now it seemed like money is the reason they wanted the children. The adoptive parents wanted the children, could it be? Allegedly just for money, gain, allegedly, or somebody else wanted the children for money or gain. If that's the case, that's like selling. That's trafficking, isn't it? Interesting. But this is somebody who's coming into some money. Okay, they're coming into some money. So whomever this is, people need to really watch this person. Okay, whom they think it could be. This is someone who's trying to, gain from this. Okay, or they come into some money. Wow, this is the crown chakra. This says, I know. This card says, I know. Could the spirit be giving me the you're on it, you're on it, or somebody knows? Somebody knows something. And it's always somebody that knows something, isn't it, family? It's always somebody that knows something. They're just quiet, not speaking up. But it says, I know. Either the adopted parents know, allegedly, or the perpetrators know, or somebody that knows the perpetrator know what happened. Oh boy, 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 boy. Wow, this is interesting. This is interesting, family. Let, let's see what this card has to say. I'm going to interpret this card for you. Upward, this card right here says recognition and reward. It says recognition. This is somebody who wants to be recognized. And this is somebody who's seeking a reward. Okay? This is somebody who's being rewarded. Okay, they are being recognized for their hard work. They're just being recognized, period. Alright? This is somebody who is not being recognized. You can say they feel ignored. Okay? You can say that they feel ignored. You could also say this is somebody who's is not being rewarded for their hard work. For their hard work. Well, wow, what did they do? What did they do for them to feel like they wasn't recognized for their hard work? If this allegedly is a suspect, they could be either feeling not acknowledged, not recognized, not rewarded for something that they did, or for something that they have taken part in. Make you think, doesn't it? Make you think. Recognition and reward. This is the opposite of that. Very interesting. What I'm going to do, family, I'm going to read up on this card, and I'm going to read up on this card because it has additional meaning, and I want many of you to receive clarity on this. Give me a minute. this is the recognition and reward card, but this card was upside down. And remember, it is the opposite. But I'm going to read the full meaning of this card. A reward for a job well done is what this card represents. It's a time of recognition for a completed project, hard work, skill, expertise, and craftsmanship. These abilities are now being honored, but don't forget to also pay homage to yourself. Pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. But this is somebody who did not receive recognition and reward. Okay? This card could also come forth to represent a family or a group of people coming together, all of whom are alarming and thriving forward. I'm sorry, aiming. I don't have my glasses on. I apologize. Let me read that one more time. All whom are aiming and striving towards a common goal. Accept the help that is being offered. More possibilities are in the works, so be sure to lay a solid foundation from your past achievement, and this will help you be ready for the next opportunities. In addition, this card is a reminder to take care of your physical body. After all, it's what carries your soul around in this material world. So something jumped off. Something jumped off. Okay? And whatever that was, I just read it. I just read it. Okay? Go back to where it says this card also comes forth to represent a family or a group of people coming together. Okay? For a common goal. Bam. For a common goal. Material harvest. I wasn't going to read it, but I'm going to read it. I want many of you to receive clarity. One of the laws of the universe is what you sow, you reap. This card states that this is your time to reap the harvest you've worked for and so rightly deserve. This last physical card denotes self mastery, self sufficiency, independence, security, and the art of enjoying what you thrive for. You're done. You've done the hard work. What kind of hard work? Learn the lesson along the way and use them to prosper in all areas of your life. The number nine denotes also means endings. This card represents endings as well, family. Not that a good fortune necessarily stops, but don't honor yourself as you finish up or celebrate the completion of a project. This would be the perfect time to look ahead and use the wisdom you gain to think about what else you want to achieve. Consider smart investment and ponder ideas ideas that show profitable potential. I'm not gonna read the rest of it. It just say congratulations on your success of somebody who came. So somebody they probably was lacking at first, but they came to some money. They came to some money. Interesting. Very interesting. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Or they will be coming to some money, one or the other. They did something to gain money. Okay, let me just say that. They did something to gain money, who's a part of this equation. Okay? And I know people who genuinely, adopt children, they do it for the right reason. But there is money to be made when you're not doing it for the right reason because they really get paid some good money. Let me just say that. Okay? But one must do it for the right reasons. Hold on, fam. I'm going to read this other one real quick. This one right here was upside down. F is to hear. This card deals with relationships involving an emotional bond. It could be between new lovers, kindred souls, family members, friends, business associates, or partners. It could even relate to a project or a specific situation. This would be the perfect time to realize that all relationships are really about you. Notice when you interact with different people and your life? Are they giving you energy or taking it away? Is there an even exchange? There should be an equal balance between giving and receiving energy. Relationships are a mirror image of your own life. They reflect how you feel and treat yourself and how you react and respond to various situations and individuals around you. Each and every union is an opportunity for soul growth. That's interesting. It speaks about how individuals, hold on, family, relationships are a mirror image of your own life. They reflect how you feel and treat yourself and how you react and respond to various situations and individuals around you. Is there an even exchange of giving, of energy, giving and receiving? But one thing about this card that I really want many of you to really keep in mind, family, what this card represents, it definitely represents, okay, new lovers, kindred souls, family members, friends, business associates, or two partners, okay? Partners, period. That could be in cahoots by trying to do something, all right, to achieve this. Okay? And the only thing I could think of for two people to do to achieve this is allegedly, adopt children for gain. Allegedly, two people could be that could be suspect that are not the adopted parents took those children because it has here it says I can, I want, I want. Okay, we know they want the money. I can, I want. Obviously, they wanted the children too. Okay, all right. I can and I want. I don't care what nobody say. This plays a big equation. But what I'm going to say is other ways that they can receive gain due to we all know it's a lot of organ harvesting going on as well as children being trafficked for money. Okay, it's one or the other, one or the other. I feel very sad, family. And I overlooked this card right here. I overlooked this card and I apologize. I apologize. Hold on, family. Hold on. All right, family. I apologize. I had to stop real quick. My daughter was getting a little too loud. I had skipped two cards. I apologize. But this card right here is suffering in silence. Okay, this can be somebody that's depressed, whatever they are presently going through. They're suffering in silence. Could be due to a loss. Okay, and rightfully so. These children are missing. Okay, you can look at it as maybe the biological mother suffering in silence, or the adoptive mother suffering in silence. Okay, but this represents suffering in silence. Hold on 1 minute, family. I don't know what this means. Hold on 1 minute. I wanted to know, is this card representing the children who are suffering in silence, meaning that they could still be alive, but they're dealing with struggles. They're going through some things. I'm not sensing it's the children. Okay, but somebody is suffering in silence, and for some reason, I'm not sensing it's the I mean, obviously you can see, the Dr. Baum. She looks like she genuinely is hurting and sad about the ordeal. But I'm sensing this is somebody else suffering in silence. Maybe it's one of the suspect that could be suffering in silence due to them feeling guilty. Okay, but anyway, this card popped up suffering in silence. And the other card that I did not read and I left it out, the next card is Heartache and Loss. Now you have to realize my readings, a lot of times there are timelines to them. So a lot of this is going on in the present, and you're dealing with timelines as far as things that are going on that will be going on afterwards, okay? Within a couple of days or a couple of weeks. And this represents heartache and loss, okay? It doesn't mean the children are deceased. But it could just mean, the heartache and loss due to the children are not around. The parents, they really don't, the mom and dad or whomever the family of these two brothers, they don't know where these children are. They don't know who have them. Okay, right now, everyone who's involved that loves these children, they're dealing with heartache and loss right now. And I'm just praying that it's not the ultimate loss. Okay, I'm praying that it's not the ultimate loss. But for some reason, I'm not sensing those babies. But I am praying that they are alive. I'm praying that they will be found safely. I don't want to put too much out there into the universe. I'm hoping for the best. All I'm doing is interpreting the cards. Okay, but they speak for themselves. This says suffering in silence. And this could be also somebody who knows something and they're not speaking up. They're suffering in silence. Right here represents somebody who's dealing with heartache and loss. And rightfully so, you could say, their adoptive mom could be dealing with heartache and loss due to her poor judgment, having those kids go outside, or their biological mother could be suffering in silence, or there will be a lot of heartache and loss going on due to these children being missing or the unthinkable happened to them. It's one or the other. Okay. So anyway, family, these are my findings. Um, it's just crazy. I wish this on nobody. I really don't. I'm gonna read this one more card, and I'm going to end this video. This is a suffering in silence. The number 9 denotes completion. Are you finally ready to let go of those limited negative beliefs, or are you allowing the issues in your life to become bigger than they really are? Your mind has been doing quite a job on you lately, and even your dreams may be trying to get your attention when you learn to let go of the worry, despair, and sense of hopelessness. A positive new way or path will be shown to you. This card follows trapped in fear, the number 8 mental card. When your fears are confronted, your mental anguish will continue. This is a reminder to take action and trust that your soul and the power of your spirit will grasp you firmly by the hands and guide you, but you must take the first step towards healing and let go of the mental distress. Don't suffer in silence. Reach out for help that's available. Reach out for help that's available. So to me, this sounds like somebody who knows something. Their conscience is getting the best of them. Or, as I stated, could be a family member, you know, um, that's having a lot of negative um, sense of worry and despair, thoughts, all right, and emotions due to, what has transpired with these children. Boy. I'm not going to say yay or nay whether they're alive or not. I'm going to hope for the best, family. I'm going to hope for the best. Um, but no matter what, I look at this and this don't look good. This is positive movement forward. Upside down is the lack of positive movement forward. That's all I'm going to say. Whether we hear something about these children, it doesn't look like no positive movement forward. Period. Okay. Whatever news we hear, but I am hoping for the best. Okay. I am hoping for the best. But whoever is involved, they are saying at the end of the day, They are saying, I want. They took the children, and also money plays a big factor. Also, they are saying, I can. Okay, they're saying, I can. So, this is somebody who's very confident. They're very confident, and and have an ego like this, but somebody knows something. Somebody definitely knows something. They know something. Mm. Somebody knows something. I'm just trying to make sure I saw all the cards. 'Cause I don't want to leave any cards out. So anyway, family, much love to the family. I pray that your loved one will be found safely. Much love. Keeping 4-year old Orrin and 3-year old Orson West in my prayers, praying for the family, that you will be strengthened during this time and be strong. And, I'm lifting the family up in prayer and just praying that your loved one will be found safe. Um, but at the end of the day, we're dealing with two individuals. And right here, they are not in harmony. They're pretty much, going at it for whatever reason. Let's just say things, whatever, it could be due to them being a lack of harmony due to disagreements, okay, or something jumped off, not in their favor, okay, one or the other. But there's definitely lack of harmony in this particular union with two people who have a spiritual bond. Okay, they know each other. They go back. It could be family members, somebody from the past. You know. Give me a minute, family. I want to see one more thing. Hold on. I do sense that these two brothers will be found. Um, when I'm not gonna. I don't like to put, numbers out there. But I do sense that they will be found. I just pray they will be found on time before the unthinkable happen. Um, 'Cause like I said, that car popped up and said, no positive movement forward. Let me see something, family. Is there anything else the spirit wants to know concerning these two boys? Anything the spirit wants to know concerning these two boys? Anything the spirit wants to know concerning Orrin Orson? Anything else the spirit wants us to know on behalf of these two children? Anything the spirit wants to know concerning these two missing children? Any kind of clues? Anything the spirit wants to know concerning these two children? Anything? Seeking clarity, seeking clarity, seeking clarity, seeking clarity on the missing two toddlers. Seeking clarity on the missing two toddlers. Seeking clarity. Seeking all things in the dark and much of a marvelous light. Seeking clarity on the missing brothers. Or seeking clarity. Seeking clarity. Seeking clarity. All right, family, this is all the spirit's going to give me at this time. I'm just seeking some clarity. That's all I'm doing. Seeking some clarity. Thank you, family, for confirmation. Thank you, spirit. This card represents love. This card represents love. Upward, it represents love. Okay? The spirit's trying to tell us something concerning this case of these two missing toddlers, these two brothers. Upward represents love. This is the heart chakra card. Upside down is I don't love. Interesting. I don't love. I don't love is part of the equation, family. Who don't love? The next card is upside down. Upward, this is victory and success. It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Victory and success. There shall be no victory and success in this case. Okay? There should be no victory and success. Either there should be no victory and success due to these children won't be found alive, or there won't be no victory and success due to the suspect, whatever their agenda was, as far as them taking these two boys, these two toddler brothers, that which they tried to gain from this, that it won't be in their favor, one or the other. But there shall be no victory and success in this matter. Thank you. What I'm speaking of, I'm speaking the truth. This just represents judgment card. It also represents truth, and many of you are receiving clarity today. You are receiving clarity today. This represents lack of partnership, alliance. Okay, upward. This is two people, two males or two females, or a male and a female. They are coming together. Okay, it doesn't have to be love involved. It could be partnership. Okay, they're coming together for common goal. You do for me, you do for me, I do for you. You make me look good, I make you look good. Or a business type partnership, okay, or a business type of partnership. But they have a but it's harmony in this union. Right here, it's lack of harmony. Remember the other card you saw? There was lack of harmony in that union. Remember that spiritual union. Right here, this pretty much dealing with business, okay? Love has nothing to do with this. Okay, this is business. Okay? It's just two people come together, but they are not in harmony right here. Something jumped off. Okay? They are not in harmony at all. And these two people are part of why these children are missing. Alright, these two. This is upside down. Upward, this is the transformation card. And I hate saying this card because when I do, it's not a good omen at all. But you can look at it two ways. You can look at it from the perspective of somebody who they're leaving one cycle and they're moving to a new cycle in their lives. Okay, they're going through a spiritual transformation. All right, or you can look at it from another perspective. They ain't here no more. Okay, transformation, transition, one or the other. All right. This card represents renewal. Okay? It represents renewal also. But there is no renewal. Okay? There is no, well, I ain't gonna go through all that. Many of you understand where I'm coming from. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Right here, this card is upside down. Upward, this is the waiting game. This is the waiting game. Okay? This is somebody who's sitting in there waiting, okay, for something to jump off, or they waiting to receive something. You see barren, and this is somebody who's coming into prosperity, or they're coming to something. This represents time is up, or that which they have been waiting on. You see the barren, that which they have been waiting on. Time is up, meaning bam, okay. They coming into that which they have been waiting for, or it represents time is up, one or the other. I cannot tell you what this means. This represents I don't love. I let many of you be the judge on that. Much love to you all. I thank you for watching. Um, let's keep the family in our prayer. Let's pray for these brothers, 4-year old Orrin and 3-year old Orson West. Let's keep them in prayer and their family in prayer. And I just pray that no matter what happened, that what's done in the dark will come out to the marvelous light. I done all that I can do. Um, but you got here truth. There was some truth that was in this message. It's for many of you to have ears to hear, as well as do your part, operating in your spiritual discernment. If you know something, speak up. Okay? If I'm speaking to two people that you might feel like, oh, I know who they're talking about, speak up. Let the authorities know. This is the spirit that you know you have received truth and clarity from this reading. At the end of the day, two people are involved. Either the adoptive parents, the mother and father, or two other individuals are involved. That's all I gotta say. And at the end of the day, money plays a big part in this equation. Something jumped off, and these two are at odds. Okay, they are at odds. They are at odds. My reading is dealing with timelines, so everything happened in stages. Okay, either the adopted parents, they were once in harmony and now they are at odds, or these two individuals who done the unthinkable. Remember, they said I can and I want, and money plays a big factor. Material and spiritual changes, or shall I say the lack of, but they wanted material changes, but something jumped off, and maybe they did receive it eventually, but anyway, I let maybe be the judge. Much love to you. Let's keep these families in prayer. And bye for now.